Hello and welcome to the Small Business Happy Dance. My name is Rachel and today I'm interviewing Cherie Jerrard from Cherie Did This. Cherie worked as a fashion designer, illustrator for 20 plus years before taking a master's in illustration at Manchester School of Art. She has received acclaim for people sketching and then launched her own range of illustrated products. She now runs her own business alongside other creative projects. Hello and welcome, Cherie.
Hey Rachel. How are you?
Do you want to tell me a little bit about the story of your business?
Shrewsbury folk will know me for the shop I had in town for 13 years, which was down Brook Lane, which I kind of dwell on that because it did have another name, Brook Lane, in ye olde days. And it was called Right. But we opened the shop because at that point I had a clothing brand that I sold internationally, in Topshop as well, in Oxford Circus, which is sadly no more. And we opened the shop because I had so many clothes and Mum was living here and she said, why don't we have a store in your hometown? And that's what brought me to Shrewsbury, really. I kind of cut it right short there because I was getting bored of my own voice.
No, but I want to know, so how did it evolve to the point where you are now?
Okay, well, the shop was great, but the longer I spent in Shrewsbury, the less time I spent in London. So I kind of became a little bit humdrum. I got married, I had a child, closed the shop. And then at that point, I had a look at what I wanted to do. And I retrained when my daughter was 2 in Manchester, which was quite a juggling act at the time. And then sort of reinvented myself a little bit and came back. I love clothing. I still want to do clothing occasionally, but the trouble with clothes is you have to carry so much stock, it takes up space. And with drawings, you know, they're smaller, you can print on demand. It just seemed to make it was more sustainable, really.
That was a nice segue into talking about Drawn, which is happening in November, and it's at the museum, and it's a 2-day festival of illustrators and artists.
Yeah, I love the way you call it festival because that's exactly what I want it to be. I first of all, I called it an illustrators fair, and then people got confused with the first one, even though it was hugely popular. They thought it was just for illustrators to attend, which wasn't the plan at all. So this time I'm calling it a Christmas market, which again isn't really quite right. I mean, we'll be selling, but it is more of a festival. Yeah, I like it. I might take that.
You can take that.
Yeah.
You can take that for the advertising. I'll leave a link in the description where you can find out more information about Drawn, which is happening 27th to 28th of November at the Shrewsbury Museum.
Yeah, come along because we'll all be there. It's amazing how many creative people are in Shropshire. I think there's maybe one from Cheshire. I thought that was close enough.
I was going to ask you about the art scene in Shrewsbury and Shropshire.
It's just gone nuts. It's insane. I mean, I knew of a few of the most prolific, but since doing the BT boxes, it's just illustrated quite how many there are.
And for those of you who don't know, the BT boxes is a project that has been undertaken by Original Shrewsbury, which I believe is the Shrewsbury Business Initiative Development. And they have commissioned artists to paint the BT boxes around town. And so there's a little trail that you can go on and find these amazing pieces of art. They're just so gorgeous. I mean, I think I've seen 4 or 5 of them and they are so awesome. I mean, what if you were a child? I mean, as an adult, I love them. But as a kid, I can't imagine walking around town and the next thing you're like facing your tiger because you did the tiger. I'll put a thing in here.
So they're great, aren't they?
They're just so, I just think it's like a little treasure trail that like the kids could go on and you're going around town. It's a bit of interest for them. And it's just so, and it's just celebrating the local artists. I'll put a link in the description so you can go and find out more information on Original Shrewsbury. So if you're interested in finding out more about the murals and where they are in town, because there's a little map and it's like interactive, so you can hover over it and it'll tell you which mural is where, I believe. Ooh. So I will add a link to Original Shrewsbury so you can find them in the map and you can hunt down all the murals. I mean, it's just and they're just beautiful. I mean, like a BT box is usually like that standard khaki green. I'm not sure what the technical phrase of that green is. It's usually sat there and nobody gives it 2 looks, but they're just stunning pieces of artwork that are just in our town, and I think they should be celebrated.
The BT guys came up to me a few times while I was doing it, and they posted it all on their Facebook page, but they couldn't link me in because apparently it's like a private BT thing. I'm not quite sure the dynamics of it, but yeah, they were really chuffed with it, and I was worried actually. I thought, but obviously original Shrewsbury had sorted it all, but yeah, they were really up for it. It was good.
And how did you come up with the design?
Last year I did a big theme on tigers. Hang on a minute. I did a whole tiger theme. There was tiger cushions. If you can reverse that in your mind. And I did ones with tigers on, which I haven't got around me. And it was huge. Denise Van Outen's got some. It was great. And then when one of the shops in town were asking artists to do windows for reopening, I thought, oh, okay, I'll do a tiger. So I did a tiger in the window. And then the BT box thing came up. So I thought, okay, might as well run with the tiger theme, you know? So it was all part of that.
It's very cheerful. And as I say, if you're in town or you're thinking of visiting Shrewsbury, I definitely think you need to go onto that original Shrewsbury and find the map, and you can click on each of the little symbols and it will give you a bit more information about the piece of artwork and where you can find it. So I definitely think it's worth doing, especially if you, I mean, I just love art. So for me, it's just so cheerful wandering around and you're like, oh, look at that. And then I have a little look at each of the sides and I just think, wow, it must have taken ages to get that box ready.
Oh, it did. And some people have really done nice slick, put their names on it. Mine always looks a bit like a child's written Cherie on it afterwards, because I just think at least put my name on it. But, you can usually, everyone's written it really neatly, except for me, I think. So, you can find out more about the artist from viewing the box.
Oh, definitely. It's amazing. So, and you were mentioning the windows. Now you've done the right here window, haven't you? And I'll put a clip in of what that looks like. I love it. It's amazing. Do you do a lot of windows?
Oh, I did a tiger for them, but it wasn't up very long. But because people were just coming back into the town, it got really well received. I had so many lovely photos from people featuring my window, which was really nice. And then since then, I worked there part-time because I've got a bit of a connection with pens. So I love the fact that I can learn more about pens, meet people. So the current window is all about Japanese art and design, and there's so many good Japanese pen brands that the Hokusai Wave is kind of a nod to Japanese. And plus we sell loads of beautiful calendars by Japanese artists. So that's the current thing. And then soon that will be gone, ready for Christmas.
Do we know what the Christmas window is going to be?
No, but there is a very exciting project in association with the original Shrewsbury where there'll be a video. So I don't think I can say too much about it. So I'm but it'll all be out soon.
Because you were filming yesterday with original Shrewsbury, weren't you?
Yes.
So going forwards, you've got some quite exciting things coming up, haven't you? Other than drawn, you're going to be adding your art to YouTube, your art videos to YouTube.
Well, so I've got a few things on the go. I collaborate with brands to use their art materials, and then what I create is quite useful content for them. So I've currently been sent a bundle of goodies from Cult Pens, which I haven't opened yet because I want the right moment. I want to be able to sit in my studio upstairs, feel no weight of responsibility, and just enjoy it. So I'm working towards that. I think I will get there this week because I have a bit more time to catch up on things. So yeah, I do that. But also I've been compiling all my dance footage from because when you're self-employed, I've found it's very useful to have another string to your bow. So I teach dance, and I have done since, wow, feels like forever, since before I came to Shrewsbury anyway. And I taught in Wem for many years at the school and in the town hall. So I've been compiling a lot of footage from that because I'm about to launch a range of dance-related products. I can show you the wrapping paper. This is all different styles of dance. And at the bottom, I've listed what the dance styles are that you can look for. It's a bit blurry, isn't it? It's not released, but it's soon. And I can't help thinking it would make quite a nice poster, to be honest.
It is a nice poster. I don't think I'd want to cut that up to the wrapping paper.
Yeah, I've got cards that go with it as well. Have I got any here? I've got my latest range here, look. Thing of thing.
Oh, wow.
So I've got some of the dance. I got the dancers. Oh, I've got a raver. There's a raver.
Nice.
I've got a sort of line dancing sort of lady. It's not real,
I love it.
It's in reverse, isn't it? And yeah, I've got lots. I've got a Charleston lady here. So yeah, so that's all part of my new range, which hopefully will be in Papersmiths, which is one of my favourite shops, but it's down south. Anyway, it'll be on my website as well. So.
Oh, brilliant. So if you are interested in seeing any of Cherie's cards, then head over to our website. The details will be in the description. And if you are enjoying the podcast, please like and subscribe. That really helps us with the algorithm. Or comment below what your favourite thing that Cherie has shown us today. I'm living for the cloud, to be honest.
And these aren't out yet, but these are plantable cards. So you can actually put them in some soil, and they've got seeds in them, so that they can grow flowers from the card. But it's all on the way. That blew your brain a little bit there, didn't it?
I'm living for the seed card. And then you've also about to launch your season greetings cards, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm really loving those. I feel like they needed to be read out, but perhaps not by me, because you'd be more eloquent at it.
One of them is: evenings darken, candles light, bonfire sparks, colder night, woolly gloves, Sunday roast, country walks, buttered toast, bubble bath, sparklers shine, good laugh, feeling fine.
Nailed it. I knew I wasn't allowed to do that. Well done. Maybe I should mention how that began. I haven't really shared it because it's quite hard to put into words, but I was good friends with Vicky Archer, who used to be on Radio Shropshire. And sadly, there's quite a sad story to what happened to Vicky, but we were close friends, and I went to something when she died. One of her relatives spoke at her funeral, and they read a poem that she'd written when she was little, and there was something in it that just sparked something in me. And this was quite a few years ago now, and it's been sat with me ever since. And I kept thinking, and it's almost, in my mind, it's a little bit of a tribute to her. But I'm not really going anywhere because I hadn't planned to tell you that, but that's where it came from in me. So yeah. I know, it's quite sad, isn't it? But in some ways, I just was so impressed with what she'd written as a child, and I just thought, it's quite cute. She'd summed up her holiday through words, and I loved that she'd done that. She was so talented. It was such a waste. To be honest, I don't think I could write poetry. I'm not good at it, but there's something about putting the images I tried to put into cards into words, and it just kind of worked. It came together. So I'm really impressed by anyone who can write poetry. I mean, I'll leave it there, but yeah, it's another level, isn't it?
What are 3 words you'd use to sum up your business?
Honest, authentic. What's the word for not too serious? I need a word.
Humorful? I'm not sure if that's a word.
No, I don't. Down to earth or something like that. Yeah.
Interesting you didn't say creative.
No, I've used that word to death. Whenever I'm writing about creatives, and I think, oh God, I need more words for this. No, okay, I wouldn't.
But I like the down to earth.
I've never been that person who will polish things to make life look better than it is. I'd rather just accept it and say we're all in it together. Which maybe I should bring us back to drawn, and the fact that I like the idea that you can forage at drawn. You can come and find things by different designers that you wouldn't know existed.
And celebrate local artists.
Oh my gosh,
ahead of Christmas, and get all your Christmas presents. And
well, the bleak reality is it keeps us creatives, we'll use the word there, going during January and February. you know, when we wouldn't be selling so much stuff, it just gives us that little, buys us time to keep going into the next year.
Yeah, so if you want to celebrate your local artists and pick up some awesome Christmas presents, head down to Drawn at the museum 27th, 28th of November, and I'll leave a link in the description so you can find out more about it. Thank you so much for chatting with me today, Cherie.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's been great. And if you've enjoyed the podcast, please like and subscribe. It really, really helps the algorithm. And if you want to comment below with what your favorite piece of artwork is that Cherie has shown us today, that would be amazing. And I will see you next time.